Right, hello everybody. Welcome. I'm super excited. So, our adventure begins at the Crooked Crow Inn in the village of Havenhall. You have few complaints this night as you rest in the common room of the Crooked Crow Inn. While winter has passed, the night air carries enough of a chill to make any hearth a welcome sight. The village of Haven Hollow is typical for this part of the realm. Livelihoods are made from farming and livestock, with a few merchants and the inn catering to travelers along the King's Road. You are surrounded by good folk who know that hard work is what's needed to make it through the harsh times. As you finish your meal, you notice a raven-haired woman walk to the front of the common room with a lyre in hand. She plucks a few practice chords, then breaks out into song. Seasons come and go. Moons wax and wane. Time seems so slow to the spirits of Havenhall. One is the spirit of Astabar, a mage who traveled wide and far, a collector of items of magic lore, seeker of secrets from times of yore. Seasons come and go, moons wax and wane. Time seems to slow to the spirits of Havenhall. For Astabar, a dragon was an easier foe than defeating his own pride and ego. Certain he was greater than any magic force, he set to unraveling the eldritch source of a wand most strange and chaos-bound, that the mind of the mage it did confound. Astabar would not be denied. With all his power he turned the tide against the wand that refused to break, even if wisdom he did forsake. Upon the wand he cast all his might, eldritch light dancing in the night. And the wand's power was unleashed, its chaos and fury was released. Power beyond his control, the wand consumed the manor whole. Sheathed in radiant magic fire, Astabar was consumed on the ethereal pyre. Seasons come and go, moons wax and wane. Time seems to slow the spirits of Haven. This young woman finishes her song, and much to your kind of dismay, it seems like the patrons of the bar haven't really appreciated the song. You don't know if she's somebody who's just been around for too long and they just don't have a lot of respect for, but you see her start kind of moving around from table to table, doing the buskings, asking for donations, and nobody seems to be paying much attention. She seems to be ignored.
If it means anything, I really quite liked your song. I thought it was quite impressive. I myself am actually a musician, as you can see here with my bongos here. So I thought it was quite nice.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I must have put hot gut spit in their wine. Not that I'm surprised. The story of Astabar is not a popular tale in these parts. My name is Rivana Greywire, and the tale of Astabar is true. His manor is but an hour walk north of the village and has been abandoned for many years. Fortune and magic await those who are bold enough to risk it. I plan on heading there in the morning. Perhaps you would be interested in joining me.
What's
So
in it
I
for
know
us?
certainly, I know certainly for me and my husband, we would love to go with you. We were always out seeking adventure, as it turns out. So what have you got to say?
Are you all a group? Do you all travel together?
We
Yeah.
we travel together.
Just join the group. Yeah.
Are you all share the same interest as these two lovebirds?
No. What's in it for us?
I mean, it's said that the wand has great magical powers, and that the wizard, the mage Astabar, hid troves.
Escobar. I turn around from the corner of the bar in my own little spot and say, "The wand. You're talking about the wand,
Yes, I literally just said that. Yes.
Yeah.
of course.
Well, I know
The
quite a
wand.
lot about magic. I'd be willing to go.
I can promise you riches like you've never seen. I, I know of adventuring parties who've seen these riches and did not have the willpower or constitution to stay in that manner. It still resides there. I know it's there. I know we can get it.
Willpower is nothing but a toy for me. I'll go.
Will there be something to kill along the way?
Would not be surprised.
Oui, I will join.
I'm looking forward to meeting everyone a little bit better in this group. Maybe we can be friends through a quest. I've heard that that's a very common thing through quests. Friendship. Yeah?
Oh, I think that's certainly likely to happen. It tends to occur, especially if we're going to be in a life and death scenario, although I'm not actually too sure. I feel quite confident in my man's ability to protect all of us. He's quite strong.
Death is nothing.
Well, if that settles it, then I will meet you all back here in the morning, and we'll head out. Thank you. And she picks up her lyre, and you can see that there's this genuine relief on her face. It's that look of like somebody finally took the time to talk to her and recognize her. You feel like you actually maybe have made a positive impact on this young woman. Is there anything you'd like to do while you're in the bar?
Are there any cute elves around?
Make a perception check.
3.
Doesn't look like this area would be that full of elves.
Alright. Maybe I'll wait to find love another day.
I go to the bartender and I ask him if he's have you seen any rumors?
Scoots up and you talking about the manor?
Well, of course.
Yeah. I mean, every now and then we get a group of adventurers that try to go up and investigate, but nobody's been successful. People just kind of gave up on it.
Why'd they give up?
Too many disappearances.
I'm going to check if I can open the cash register and take a little something.
Yeah, so somehow you manage to pull yourself up next to another patron and offend them enough to where they move out of the way so that you can get your hands just over the counter, and you're able to pull 4 gold out of the cash register.
I'll take it.
Well, I'd say it's been an eventful day. Darling, would you like to go up to the room? Let's go back to sleep, shall we?
Does anyone have a lighter? I need to smoke my camel.
I pull out my torch and I light it. Here.
Get us away from me, you barbarians, je frère. I need something more civil.
There's now a mountain dwarf just flailing a torch in a bar.
Alright.
It might be time to go.
I believe that our party should get out. There is a huge mountain dwarf flailing a flaming torch. Let's get moving.
Get away from me, you imbecile.
I think he's kind of cute. He should join us.
Sure. Why not? It's about the wand, right? Sounds great.
And the next morning, you meet Ravana and you take your walk up to the manor. Is there anything that you would like to discuss with each other on the way up?
I'd like to ask the couple, what's it like to have 2 males in love? It's for my book.
Well, I know it's actually quite nice. Something about him and his whole French aesthetic, it's actually really quite pleasing to me, and I know that's not exactly what you asked, but I'd just like to say, when you find true love, it's all that really matters, and it doesn't really matter that we're 2 males because we're quite in love, and it's just sometimes the world might not be too accepting of our love, but honestly, it's whatever, because he's quite strong and not afraid to kill anyone who opposes us, so I'd say it's actually quite nice.
I agree. It is wonderful. I find peace within love for him.
So how did a tiefling get all the way up here?
I kind of just snuck out one night. Stole the key. Slipped past the guards. The rest is history. And you?
I don't believe it. I pick up a rock and I throw it at him.
Can I try to catch it?
All right. Roll to attack.
It's an 8.
Your armor class, Sam?
13.
13. So In this conversation, you see this angry, stubby mountain dwarf just go, well, fine, and pick up a rock and huck it. And it, the tiefling doesn't even flinch as it just kind of like goes way, not even just like a near mitt, way wide.
I'd actually like to retaliate.
Of course you would. We haven't even
Yes.
gotten to that.
I have 2 magic daggers that appear back into my belt. I'd like to throw one at him and graze him. I don't want to hurt him. Just give him a bit of a warning.
Okay, roll to attack.
1.
1. So after the angry dwarf throws his rock, the tiefling, in childlike retaliation, takes his dagger and it flails off wildly to the side as well. But magically comes back to his belt.
Yeah, can we like not fight? Like, I understand you guys are comparing testosterone sizes. Like, can we please just put the rocks down and the
My
daggers?
tail is bigger than your dick.
All
What
right,
did you say about him?
all right. No, it's fine.
I said
Everyone,
my tail.
I will literally
is bigger
end
than
your
his
life
dick.
right here.
all right, everyone, please just take a deep breath. Everyone, we're about to go into a scary manor, which people tend to go missing from. So if we could just please everyone take a deep breath, stop trying to fight the members of our own party, and start focusing on the ones that will be trying to kill us.
At this point, Ravana steps in and goes, thank God we're here. We've made it to the top. So after about an hour of throwing rocks at each other, you make it to the top of the manor. Through the picket line of trees to the north, you see his 3-story stone manor house set behind a stone wall 7 feet in height. The building looks as if it has been abandoned for some time. The grounds are overgrown and a leafy blanket of vines covers much of the stonework. Other than a murder of crows nesting on the roof, you see no signs of life. The rusted iron gate stands partially open. Amazingly, the grass and weeds beyond the gate have grown almost to the height of the wall itself, turning the interior courtyard into a labyrinth of vegetation. The ornate double doors are free of the vines that cover the rest of the building. There are dozens of runes burned into the wood of the doors. You nervously ponder the thought that this could indicate the entrance is magically trapped or protected. You've just begun to examine the symbols when a loud, foreboding snort draws your attention back to the courtyard entrance. The path you've made in the tall grass, you see a massive black rhinoceros. The beast paws at the ground with its powerful hoof as it tosses its head from side to side, displaying a lethal 3-foot long. It charges.
It charges.
We would like to disengage or dodge. Jumping to each side.
I do an awesome jump with my awesome athletic skills that jumps out of the way of the rhino. Actually over the rhino because I'm that good at jumping.
I try to run to the left. I kind of trip over a log, but then I kind of flip around, so I get far away.
Derrick,
I'd like to jump.
Acrobatics check for me, please.
I would actually like to make an acrobatics check because I want to grab onto the rhino's horn and flip and jump on it.
Okay. It's a 10. That's a 10. So yeah, you try to flip over it and bounce off of its back and hit the dirt.
I'd like to jump into my husband's arms and then let him take me away from the danger.
Apparently, I'm taking him away. I jump out of the way with my hubby.
I rolled a 24,
Okay.
so I'm currently on the rhino
Okay.
who's charging at the door.
Yeah, it throws you off.
I
So you are
definitely was.
now placed back in front of the door. What do? You're back with Coup and Chad and Xanny. I'm not sure where Derrick is. Derrick is in the dirt still. You've noticed that in this time that you've been standing there, it's backed up again. But
Okay.
it looks like it might be getting to rear up. You might have another minute or so.
I get up and now I'm angry because I didn't jump over it. how I wanted to. And a lot of it, because I changed back in my Scottish dialect that I'm regularly in, and I pull out my warhammer, and I slap him with it.
At this point, I'm just going to say roll initiative. Okay, so, Mavris, you're at the top. What are you doing?
I'd like to cast Thaumaturgy again to create an instantaneous sound that originates from the door.
All right, so you cast Thaumaturgy. What sound are you making?
I'm going to make the, hey, fucker, over by the door.
Okay, so from behind you in the doorway, you hear a faint, hey, fucker! And the rhino kind of looks up, but it just got beat in the face with a warhammer, so it doesn't care. Bonus actions, any.
I'd like to move 20 feet diagonally towards Derrick.
Chad, you're up.
I'd like to do hide, yeah.
So yeah, as far as you are concerned, you are pretty well hidden from the rhinoceros.
Let's go.
Anything else that you would like to do?
No, definitely not.
I would like to use my Tommy gun and shoot down the rhinoceros.
Okay, so you cock back, you put your finger on your trigger, you take aim, and you just something about this rhino is terrifying. That's not right, and it pulls your aim off just a little bit, and your burst goes just behind it, missing the rhino. Anything else you'd like to do?
I would like to run and join Chad behind the wall. I will stand there and become a chameleon.
Zan, you're up.
Alrighty. I would like to... Is it possible to roll a perception check on the symbols that are on the door?
You can use your action to investigate.
Yes.
The runes. You're talking about the runes?
Yes.
Yeah, you can do that. Go ahead and roll an investigation check. So in looking at the runes, you realize that had you actually taken the time to just glance at them, those specific runes aren't working.
Just curious.
I'd like to tell everybody.
I'll say, yeah, as a bonus action, you can let everybody know that the runes are not active.
The rooms are not active.
What the hell does that mean?
Okay.
That means we could have opened the fucking door.
Yeah,
The door was already partially open. I said that.
I literally was going to open the door.
It is now the rhino's turn, so conversation's over now. That was the bonus action, was just her saying, hey, guess what? So the rhino is going to turn to the dwarf who just smacked it. Yeah, woof, buddy, this is not going to be good if it hits. What's your armor class?
16.
16. So yeah, that rhino's going to turn, and it's going to gore you. And you take, woof, 10 points of piercing damage.
Ooh. I have 3
I
hit
think
points.
that we should take a long rest after this.
Hell no! I get my warhammer because this is my turn, and I go to smack it right in the face.
So attack.
Oh please, Lordy Lord! Please, Lordy Lord, be an 8. Please. Come on, come on. I got 6 damage.
6. All right. Mavris, it is your turn.
I'd like to pull out my dual short swords and stab it in the eyeballs.
All righty. You can certainly try. Roll to attack. After the rhino gores poor Derrick, and then Derrick proceeds to smash it again, which looks like it's just making the rhino angrier. You come out of nowhere and stab it in the face, which now it turns its focus on you. Chad, that brings us to you.
Alright, yeah, so I'd like to make a call for the group, and I'd like to use sleep on the fuckboy.
I'm sorry, what?
I'd like to make the rhinoceros go to sleep.
Ah, got it.
All right, 22 overall.
22 overall. Okay, so the spell says all creatures within 20 feet.
I'm farther than 20 feet, right?
You are, but Derrick and Mavris aren't. Derrick, you've got 3 hit points left, yes?
Yes.
So take those 3, you go down to 0, you're asleep. Mavris. So you had said 22, Chad, right?
I might have, yeah.
22, so that would be 19. How
You're a
many
fucking
hit points
bitch.
you got?
I have 21 hit points. Thank fucking God.
21 minus 19, that's 2. So that leaves you with 2 hit points and the rhino unaffected.
Or how far away is the rhino from me?
Probably 30 feet, I'd say.
30 feet. Okay, in that case, I'm going to cast a Ray of Frost on the rhino.
Yeah, that ray of frost just kind of like clips the top of that rhino's horn and keeps on going.
I am very skilled with the whip, but I think that I will try to shoot it again with a burst of my gun.
Jump out from behind your column with your husband, and you feel like you're doing an ample job of protecting him. Because this time, you take a deep breath, you take the exhale, squeeze the trigger, and that burst goes right into the rhino's side. So now it is the rhino's turn.
Yeah.
Having been blasted, the rhino kind of not looking so hot, takes a look at its surroundings and gives this aura of like, I think they understand, and starts to again slowly back away, back towards the fence.
I'm going
You can
to.
choose not to do anything. You can choose to grab the dwarf.
I'm going to grab him. I'm going to attempt to grapple him.
Okay, so you can grab him and drag him. With dragging him, you can get him about 15 feet this round.
I'm okay with that.
Chad,
Marvis, what's your health at, by the way?
2.
And what about you, Derrick?
Derrick's
He's at 0. I would suggest you get him first.
All right, yeah, so I'm going to go over to him, and I'm going to cure wounds.
Okay, 14 points, which brings Derrick all the way back.
I'm alive! Where is it?
We're still in order. So, Chad, is there anything else you want to do?
I'd like to, can I just say something to Derrick?
Yeah.
For the love of God, don't fucking hit him. Jesus Christ.
What are you
Stop. No. Listen. He's stopped attacking us. He's clearly not going to charge at us. Please, for the love of all things holy, don't fucking hit him.
I would like to tell everybody that this wasn't really a good way to establish friendship among us, and I would really like to be friends, so I think we should probably take a step back and look at the situation and realize if we want to keep searching something, because the Romes did say that, we can go in the front gate. That's literally open. Are you guys okay with doing that?
Yes.
Okay. And it is the rhino's turn. And the rhino's going to take a hard look at everybody. It's going to bamf out of existence. Rhino has disappeared. Which brings us out of initiative.
Well, that was great. I go up to walk towards the door, and I open it. I go inside.
You hear... And there's a black rhino standing at the gates, seemingly with no wounds. It snorts, it grunts, it starts to paw at the ground. What are you going to do?
Get the fuck in!
Get inside, don't attack.
I'd like to say, I've taken the consensus of the room, and I think it would be best to probably get the fuck inside.
I would like to also go inside.
So everybody's inside. Which means I can finally go to the next page.
Yeah. Let us continue on.
All right. So you have now entered the 3-story manor that has been local legend of this place forever. As you step into the foyer, the main hallway of the first floor is directly in front of you. There's a closed door to your left and a stairwell to your right leading to the second floor. Your attention is immediately drawn to the doorway beneath the stairs. From the second you stepped foot into the house, something began knocking on the other side of the door. The steady banging shows no sign of stopping.
I would like to do the divine sense, so to see if there's any evil or good or whatever in the general area, so 60 feet out.
As soon as you get in, you use divine sense, and immediately you are drawn to that banging door.
Buddy, I sense there's some evil behind there, that door, that's banging.
While you guys are having this conversation, the banging just doesn't stop.
I'm going to the door and I'm opening.
I use Lay's on hands pull so I can heal Mavris for 5 health.
Okay. Are you doing this before he walks over to the door?
Yeah, before. So just so he has a little bit of health.
Derrick kind of comes over you, lays his big old beefy hands on your calves because that's all he can reach,
I don't like this.
and heals you, and you feel confident going up towards this door. You walk up, and you grab the handle, and it's unlocked, and it opens fairly easily, but after about 3 or 4 inches, it slams back shut.
Okay, I go open the door because I think I'm pretty strong. But I open the door this time.
You're gonna yank it.
Oh hell yeah!
All right, so you see this stubby little dwarf walk up, grab the handle, put his foot up on the wall, and start to just. It gets to that 5-inch point, that 6-inch point, and then you can see inside, and there's nothing holding. There's nothing you can see holding the other side of the door handle. But that being said, whatever is holding, it's gone. The door.
I do divine sense once more to go see where it went.
You get the feeling something similar to what you felt earlier in here is now maybe above. Alright. Closet door's open, it's no longer banging. What do you do?
I'd like to make a perception check as I walk into the closet.
Absolutely, go for it. Well, thankfully, this is something that is just plainly put in sight. Otherwise, there's not really anything else you would see. But there is what appears to be a human skull sitting on the floor. This is what you guys see. I'm assuming, Xan, that you're sharing this information with everybody. Yes?
Yes.
Please.
And are you already holding it, or are you leaving it on the ground?
I'm holding it.
You're holding it. Okay.
That's kind of what they're doing.
Make an Arcana or a Religion check. I'll leave that up to you. You are able to look at that symbol, and the one that's on the forehead of the skull, and recognize that that is the symbol of the moon phase rune representing the waxing crescent.
Could we have Ravonna repeat the song she was singing, or some of the lyrics?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Is there a particular verse you were looking for?
Yeah, I believe the chorus where it talks about the seasons coming and going, and then something about the
Seasons
moon.
come and go, moons wax and wane. Time seems so slow to the spirits of Havenhall. Do you think it has something to do with the runes?
Yeah, that's my primary thought, that there's got to be something to do with what she's talking about.
It has
The
anything
lyrics
to
in
do
the
with
song say, moons wax and wane. I think there might be more skulls.
Not sure. Can I put the skull in my backpack?
Make sure you write that down.
Something is trying to stop us from getting these skulls.
I will also say, just as a reminder, So if you guys are still standing in the foyer where you walked in, to your right is the closet that had the skull. To your left, immediate left, there's another door. In front of you, there's a long hallway. One door on the left, 2 doors on the right.
I would say let's check the door that's immediately to our left.
Dude,
Let's get out of the closet. Yeah. Everyone
Me.
goes out.
you're going to the room immediately to your left.
Yeah, me and Coop have already left the closet, but let's do that.
Say again?
I was just saying me and Coop have already left the... Derrick said we should leave the closet, and I was saying Coop and I have already left it.
Because we are in a relationship.
So have you been waiting in the hallway, or have you been? Were you
No,
waiting?
I mean, we're...
I get it. There.
you got it.
It clicked.
This is
There it is.
This is a phrase. This is a phrase that has to do with loving another man when you're a man.
Well, it's like if you're gonna come out about a certain sexuality or anything like that, coming out of the closet, that's a way to say it. But genuinely, that's really not what we're here for. So, like, ask me later, write that down, be like, ask Chad about coming out of the closet, and then we'll talk about that later.
Yes.
She is so annoying, Chad.
Ask your parents, kids.
Alright, let's be nice.
Ask your parents.
Alright, so we said we were gonna go look at that door to our left, right?
Yes. So you guys walk in. You walk in. It's a 15 by 15 room, and it contains a comfortable sofa and chairs. The quality material and engraved wood mark these items of furniture to be of high quality. A coffee table in the middle of the room is a glass decanter of glowing violet liquid. So right here in the center of the room, there's a table that has a glass decanter with glowing violet liquid. What do you guys going to do?
I would like to pick it up.
Okay. I mean, you pick it up. It looks oddly beautiful. It's got this kind. It's kind of like that. You ever seen those drinks where they make it look like it's like a galaxy sort of thing? That's what it kind of looks like. It looks like it's like cloudy and pretty and sparkly and purple.
Does anyone know what that is?
Xanny, can you do an Arcana check?
So, because of your arcane nature, you recognize this as fairy fire. Something that can be used to almost target something. It sticks to an individual. If it is consumed, they will radiate the light. I'll double check on the specifics, but essentially, if something is invisible and splashed with this, it the effect lasts for 1 minute per ounce of liquid used.
I have a question.
Yes.
So we can target it towards somebody, or do we have to like throw it at somebody for them to be able
Well,
to?
this is I will answer if Xanny says if she's choosing to share this information.
What is it, Xanny?
First, I'll ask how many ounces are in the vial.
Roughly 20 ounces.
So, 1 minute per 20 ounces.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I will put it in my backpack and then tell everybody.
Okay. Anything else in this room? All right, are we gonna leave this one? So we're
Let's check
back
out
in the
the other
hallway.
I say we each take a room.
There's 3, 4 doors left. 1 to the left, 2 to the right, and 1 all the way at the end of the hall.
I would say, since Chad can get back his healing after a short rest, we take a short rest.
Bubby, we're gonna go into one of the rooms on the right, and then Derrick was gonna go into the other room on the right, and
Put me
that
down
was
the
gonna...
middle.
After you heal me. After
You are
a
not
rest.
going down the middle.
Oh yes, no, I'm gonna heal Mavris really quick. But also, right, I was talking to my babe during the break, and I thought it was really important. Thinking back on the lyrics that she sang for us, I think it's really important that we not be in the house during the nighttime, because I think it's a little strange that whatever was holding that door closed just let us get it, like get the skull, because it seems like it's kind of important. So I think, like, before it turns to nighttime, we should probably be trying to leave the home. Maybe we could come back another day when it becomes, daytime again. But I have a strange suspicion that this thing's going to get a lot stronger during the nighttime. So just putting that out there for the group. That's what I've been thinking about.
Thank you.
I agree.
I go towards the door down the hallway, though, not the right.
You're going down the middle one. Mavris and Xan, you guys are going to the left. There's two on the right. Yes.
Heal.
Yeah, I'm going to use Cure Wounds on my friend there.
Alright, let's roll that real quick.
Yeah, absolutely. But I also hope you realize I can't do this again after this. Unless we take another break, so.
Well, I have 7 hit points.
Yeah,
my
absolutely.
21.
Yeah,
Thank you, Derrick.
Yeah, absolutely. 13. 13. I'm healing you for 13.
So 13 points. Which of the two doors on the right are you guys going to take? The first one or the second one?
I say first.
Yeah, let's do the first one.
Okay, so we're going to start with, we'll say this is all happening roughly at the same time. And if there's, I'll just leave it at that. You guys can make decisions once you get in there to bring other people in or not. So, Mavris and Xan, you open the door and see a long, finely crafted dining table dominates the center of the room. Sitting in each of the 8 chairs around the table are skeletal remains dressed in fine attire. Shockingly, the head of each dinner guest is missing. Set out in front of each skeleton is a large plate with a dome cover. The table also is adorned with fine cutlery and 2 silver candelabras. On the south wall is a large painting of the full moon.
So I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
You do get a magical sense in the room.
Right.
It's not something that can be pinpointed, but there is something magical, possibly in the ceiling.
I'm going to lift the cover of some of the dinner plates to see what's under them.
Are we just some of them or all of them?
All of them.
All of them, okay. So you go around lifting up things, and naturally all of them are empty, and the very last one that you come to has a skull underneath it.
Xanny, will you do an Arcana check again? Because I have no experience in that.
So I'm going to roll.
You're going to make an Arcana check?
Yes.
So you gather that it's probably related to the other symbol. You're just not sure which phase. You do recall that even though you had to kind of like dig into your arcane religious memory, she just seemed to know what it was. So you might be able to talk to Ravana.
So let's pick up that skull and put it in your bag.
Just to double check, the Detect Magic spell that was cast lasts up to 10 minutes. So there's no difference in the magic presence of the room.
There is a magical essence coming from the bodies.
I'm just going to do a perception check, specifically the painting of the moon.
So this would be an investigation check.
Investigation on the painting of the moon.
Got it. You get the idea that the painting, while being a gorgeous painting, is not just a painting. There's more to it than meets the eye.
Can I use my mage hand to move the painting?
Yeah, you cast the mage hand, and the purple hand comes out and attempts to kind of push the painting to the side. You go from all angles, and nothing seems to actually move the painting.
Can I investigate skeleton?
You get the feeling that the skulls and the bodies and the symbols are all related.
What if we put the skull on the body? Just a guess.
As well as the other skull that I have also in my backpack. Both skulls.
How many bodies are there again?
There are 8.
It's underneath the platter. I want to take it and then put it on the one that was directly in front of it, or behind it, or whatever.
Okay. The skull seems to attach, but nothing seems to happen.
Let's get the singer-songwriter lady in here and ask her what the heck was going on with that head. I asked her to come into the room.
Ravana comes in. Yes, how can I help?
Ravana, please, if you will, could you possibly tell us what this symbol means?
Another skull.
Yes.
So I was right. And she looks at it. She goes, that, I believe, is the moon phase rune representing the third quarter.
Interesting. So it is a cycle of the lunar moon.
Yes, I believe that is what that means.
Thank you.
If we have 2 skulls, does that mean that we're missing 6? What do you think, Mavris?
What if we just add all the skulls in order?
Alright, so I take that skull and I put it on that skeleton.
Go and place the skull on top, and it seems to click. You're not sure. It didn't seem to snap as firmly as or click into place as firmly as the other one.
I'm going to try every single skeleton.
Every single skeleton. Okay.
That's what I'm going to do.
It's going to take you a little bit of time. But after about 10 minutes, you realize that if you had gone 3 to the right, it clicks into place really nice. While you guys are discussing this, I'm going to move over to Coup and Chad. And you guys went into that first door, yes?
Yes.
That's
right.
All right. So everybody parts ways. Coup and Chad walk in, and this is a 20 by 20 parlor room that contains comfortable chairs and other fine furnishings. In the corner of the room is a large ornate vase. Up against the south wall is a matching pair of wooden chairs and a solid block table with a marble surface marked into black and white squares. Pieces have been laid out on the squares for the game Kings and Pawns, which is just chess. A popular game played among nobility. It appears as if someone left a game unfinished. So let me show you guys what this looks like.
I used chess a lot when I was working in the military for strategic planning. So I say immediately we finish the chess game,
I'd like to actually look in the vase, see if there's anything we can find in there.
We check the vase.
Yeah, sure. Easy enough. You go over to the vase, peek in, make a perception check for me. Yeah, I mean, you peek into it. It's a really nice vase, but there's nothing in it.
Yeah.
Here's the voice of Mavris. Steal it!
Alright, well, even if I hadn't heard that voice, I was actually planning on putting it in my backpack, because I'm sure there's more that I'm not quite seeing. So I'm going to put it in the backpack.
All right. And Coup, are you going over to the chessboard?
I'm going to play the game.
All right, so you walk over, and this is what you see. When you sit, make a perception check. Okay, so by looking at the board, you're actually able to look at the turn counter and realize that it's Black's turn to play.
I'm going to move the Black Knight to C3 and check the king.
You hear a loud, audible click, and you look to the side of the table that the chessboard is placed on, and you see that a drawer has opened up.
Ha ha! Let us look in the drawer.
You amaze me.
Are you opening the drawer?
We open it wide open, monsieur.
Inside is another skull. A good hard look at that.
I love you.
Bring it to our room.
I love you.
So
I'm
that's
going
that.
to take the score, and I carry things in my trench coat. I will put the score in my trench coat.
Is there anything else that you wish to do
Can I
in this room?
just looking to see if there's anything I can see?
Do an investigation for me.
Yeah, alright, I'll do an investigation. Alright, call that 5.
5. Yeah, everything in this room seems pretty up to code.
Yeah, well, I can't take the chairs in my backpack now, can I? So, that's it for that, I guess.
If you have a nice
actually-
you can.
You know what? You pick up the vase, and I need the two of you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Chad, you pick up this vase and attempt to put it in your bag, and as soon as you do, this noxious cloud starts to just pour out of the vase, and you start to feel that need to just gag and vomit. And same goes for you, Coup. You just immediately have this sense of like, I need to get out. So this fume is coming from the vase. What do you do?
Absolutely, get that shit out of my face. I'm gonna throw it at the wall and get the fuck out.
Alrighty. Coup.
I have this score. Throw the vase and we run.
Okay. So you guys run outside, and the clouds just continue to fill in that room.
Let's close the door on the way out. Like,
Yeah,
Good
we
job.
close the door.
Good idea.
At least I won the chess game.
Yeah, right, yeah.
I'll say at this time, Zan, Mavris, and Rivana have come out of their room and met outside. And then we will get to Derrick here in just a second. Derrick, you went down to the end of the hall, yes? Derrick, you open the door. This is a 15 by 35 foot room, once served as the Manor's kitchen. The room has several work tables and a large fireplace dominates the northern wall. There's a large collection of cooking utensils and pans. A row of clay jars rests on a shelf along the south wall. Sitting on the largest of the tables is a wooden bowl containing 3 oddly colored apples. There is a bright blue one, a bright red one, and one that is yellow.
First, I would like to perception check the entire room.
Okay, doesn't seem like there's anybody watching
Do
you.
that,
I mean,
'cause-
I'm going to give you that without a roll even. Like, I think you're okay. There's
Okay.
nothing here.
I go towards the app
Okay.
and I do an investigation.
This is just an investigation on the apples. They look like apples. They just look like really pretty, brightly colored apples. So there is also a pantry. I'll say that. There's a pantry as well. I forgot that.
Go to check the pantry, open the pantry.
Okay. You're opening up the pantry.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna need you to roll initiative, my friend.
Somebody help me. Oh, God.
Out of the darkness, and when you open the pantry, you have this sense of like, this isn't natural darkness. Something about this is wrong. And as you think that, a doppelganger comes out of the pantry and is going to attack you with his slam attack. That is 23 to hit. What is your armor class?
16.
So yes, that hits. And that is going to be 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Well, obviously I get my warhammer and I smack it.
Okay. Okay, so roll to attack.
One.
You should have called for us,
buddy. Yikes. Okay. So you swing your warhammer. By this time, this creature has knocked into you and has now spun you around. You're angry. You swing and you hit that, you miss, but you hit that long table with that bowl of apples. And they kind of like in a Three Stooges way come flying right back at you. The blue one hits you. And it's at first it's nothing more than just like, ow, apple, face. You go to rub your face and you bring your hand down and you realize your entire skin is blue. That being said, it is the creature's turn. That misses. The creature comes for you again and you're able to just kind of like beat it out of the way with your hammer to get it away. It's your turn again. What do you want to do?
Call for us, Violet Beauregard looking bitch.
I bite all of the apples.
I mean, you take a bite of the red one, you turn red. Take a bite of the yellow one, you turn yellow. But like, you don't even have to take a bite. You do it anyway, because as soon as you make contact with the apple, you change color. So now you can probably assume that like your insides are that color now too, whatever that may be.
And I call out for everyone else.
Nope. That was your action, my friend.
If this encounter doesn't kill you, I will.
Back to the creature, who's going to take, I believe, if I remember correctly, has a multi-attack. So it's going to make 2 melee attacks. First attack, 14. Does that miss?
16.
Okay.
16.
The second one is a 15. You're lucky. You're getting lucky. Whatever this creature is intimidated by the fact that you're just changing colors.
I think now that he changed colors, I think it has gone through his head that he should call for, I don't know, backup.
It is your turn.
I run out, back to the door, through the door, and close and shut the door and yell for them.
Hello, everyone. It's come to the end of at least this episode. I'm sure you're all as sad as we are to see it come to an end, but no worries at all. We're going to pick this up. We're going to continue, and us as a group, we're going to get to the bottom of this house. But until then, I'm going to sing us a little song. Now it's time to say goodbye, at least for the day. Now it's time to say goodbye. Coup and I are gay. Now it's time to say goodbye, at least for the time. Now it's time to say goodbye. We'll see you all next time. Thank you. Thank you.